Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo, and you're watching the LockerGnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short, your daily dose of geek news, product views, and answers that you can use, like an answer to the question, Chris, why can't I watch your vlogs in the other YouTube channel? And I don't have an answer, and YouTube doesn't have an answer. I have no idea why YouTube isn't allowing people to watch the videos right now. I mean, they work. I can watch them on some browsers, on some systems, but not others. I have no idea what's going on, and I have a feeling that people are still going to complain about it, but what you gotta understand is I can't fix it. I'm not YouTube. And it sucks because, you know, I take the time to produce a video, and it takes time and energy, and people aren't able to watch it, which makes me wonder how long I'm going to be able to just rely on YouTube to get videos out there. I have no idea what's going on, folks. I don't even know if this is even working. I'm assuming I'm live streaming here in the other channel, and yes, this is the second YouTube channel, despite the fact that there are some people who just don't like paying attention, who complain in the other channel, Chris, you need to do more geeky tech videos. Really? Oh, you mean what I've been doing from, the beginning of the year to today in the other channel that you're not paying attention to, that I talked about and refer to all the time? Some people just don't pay attention. So this is what sucks. Like, the people who pay attention want to pay attention, and they can't because YouTube won't let them. And the people who don't pay attention aren't paying attention. Mildly frustrated right now. But that's okay. I'm calm. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Did I do it right?
Yes.
I don't know if I did. I'm breathing. As long as I don't pass out, I would consider it a success. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for being you. Thank you if you are a patron. 877, we jumped by one. Yay. Almost at 900. I don't know what it's going to take to find 23 other people, but when we hit 900, I'll do something involving a Microsoft Surface PC and alcohol. I don't know yet how that's going to come together, really. Oh, baby, did you bring up the bibs?
No, I thought you had them.
I do not have them. I got bibs. Someone sent bibs. I think they're downstairs, hon. Someone sent bibs. Geeky bibs. Fun bibs that I wanted to show. That'd be kind of neat. You know, it's a product view. Thank you! Don't have any other producers here in the live scenario. At some point I will. Someday I'll have someone here with me, or I will be somewhere else where someone else can be. So it's not just me. In order to do that, I need more support this way, because I can count on patrons. Can't count on YouTube. Oh, the irony. But I can count on the patrons. So thank you so much for your support. I will get back to the list to give them credit here at some point in this video. I have this on my desk, if only to let you know, or to remind you, that the Ghostbusters Lego set review has been posted to this channel, since it is a part of Geeky Lifestyle. And if you don't know why this is geeky, it's not my place to really explain to you why it is. A lot of geeks love Lego bricks, and if you don't like Lego, well, I can't imagine you not liking Ghostbusters. Unless you didn't grow up in the 80s. In which case, that wouldn't surprise me. You know, if you didn't really grow up with that, then you wouldn't necessarily understand why it's just a part of culture, really. Now, we received these from the person whose name was on the receipt that was next to him.
Baby.
Well, how am I going to give credit? Was it Jason? We can guess.
I don't know.
Honey. Oh, boy. She's already at the yelly what stage. This is bad. This is really bad. So thank you to the person we will give credit to here in a bit for sending some bibs for Baby Pirillo. Geeky bibs. These fools put my cape on backwards. It's a bib. Not to be confused with Bib Fortuna. You guys thought I was talking about Bib Fortuna, didn't you? I'm not. And this is something that apparently is very precious to him. Not just a baby bib, but programming. He's a web developer. I remember reading that in the note that came with the package. If hunger, then feed me, else play with me. So you either have to feed the baby or play with the baby. I guess there are no other options. We are going to be in an endless loop with Baby Pirillo once he and or she arrives. Double Dragon. Oh.
You're way off.
I was way off. What do you mean I was way... Oh, Paul. Paul sounds like Jason. Paul, at pre73 on Twitter. So you guys can tag him on Twitter saying, hey, at pre73, Chris thought your name was Jason. And he's going to be like, what? But I apologize. There are a lot of names out there. Paul, Jason, come on, anybody can make that mistake. Double Dragon, back to what I was saying, is free today. If you want to play a game that I grew up with, not exactly, I would say, as classic as some of the first video games I played, still classic enough. Double Dragon is currently free in the at least the iTunes App Store. I don't know if it's available for free in Google Play, but it is pretty much the original game that you can get right now. Free. Free. And I don't know how long that's going to be free, so I hope you're paying attention to this video on the day that we are producing it live onto YouTube. Otherwise, you may have missed your opportunity to get Double Dragon, a classic video game, for free. I remember reading about Double Dragon in Nintendo Power magazine way back when. Everyone was like, "Ooh, wow, this looks awesome!" And now it's on iOS at least. Amazon also updated an app over the past day or so. Like last night before I went to bed, I got this update to my Amazon Cloud Player. That's what it was called. But now they've updated it, so now it's called Amazon Music. So if you always wanted Amazon to have a streaming music service, it has now begun. Now, don't get your hopes up. If you are an Amazon Prime member, it's going to be somewhat valuable because it comes as a part of your Amazon Prime subscription. But don't expect it to be a Pandora killer or a Spotify killer or an anything killer really at all. I put all my MP3s on Amazon, the cloud drive thing that I have there, just if only for storage, and then I've got them in that one spot. But I got to tell you, it's not a very big library right now. I guess no music from the Universal Music Group is available through Amazon Prime's or Amazon Music, this streaming service they now have. So don't expect that your favorite music is going to be streamable in Amazon Music. But hey, if you're a Prime member, it's kind of a bonus, I guess. If you want, that as a part of your value of what you pay Amazon every year. We pay for Amazon Prime, but it's usually not for those services. At least at this stage, we get Amazon Prime if only because then we don't have to worry about shipping and handling when it comes to ordering stuff. So like I got my geeky toothbrush heads. I have the world's geekiest toothbrush. I don't know if you guys knew this. I should probably do a review on it, huh?
No, I have the geekiest toothbrush.
Actually, no, yeah, I'll go. Yeah, I think you're right. She's using a Clone Trooper toothbrush that I got her for Christmas. I'm using a Sonicare. Love the Sonicare. Yeah. It's hard for me to I can still brush my teeth manually, like, the classic way. For teeth cleaning and brushing the teeth, it was, for me, before Sonicare, after Sonicare. Love Sonicare. That is if I have a brand that I go to for my technology, the technology that I stick in my mouth is a Sonicare, and I had to get new heads for the Sonicare because you got to replace them every so often. Oh, you will never have a better teeth cleaning. I've yet to find a better toothbrush. And some people say, "Oh no, this one's better." I'm like, no. Sonicare and everything else. You cannot convince. You could try to convince me otherwise, but I only stick certain things in my mouth. Mm-hmm. I don't believe in sticking Lego minifigures in my mouth. I don't believe in sticking smartphones in my mouth. Or bibs.
Everything else you do.
Everything, yes, really. Those are the only two things that I really... You're right. I stick everything else in my mouth. So, speaking of sticking things in my mouth, there is a rather big bit of news in relation to electric cars. That was the worst segue you will hear all year, really. That took the cake right there. Tesla and Elon Musk basically came out and said, okay, we got all these patents, but we're basically, not going to do anything with them, or we're going to make sure that technology and innovation in relation to electric cars can move forward, and we're basically giving them to the world. And so many words. They're basically saying that the patents they have and the patents they're going to continue to get are going to be picked up, if only to protect people from worried about patent infringement when it comes to developing technologies around electric cars. And the reason this is happening is because Elon, and of course Tesla in tow, they're not seeing enough innovation happening in and around electric cars. And that's keeping everybody back. And so I think it's a great way of responding to the market. In the blog post that I linked in the video description as well as the other things, and I quote, "Technology leadership is not defined by patents, which history has repeatedly shown to be a small protection indeed against a determined competitor, but, Can I quote that again? Can I try that again? Technology leadership is not defined by patents, which history has repeatedly shown to be small protection indeed against a determined competitor, but rather by the ability of a company to attract and motivate the world's most talented engineers. We believe that applying the open source philosophy to our patents will strengthen rather than diminish Tesla's position in this regard. All the more reason why, I don't know what the next car we're going to get. We're still kind of open for that. We got a year on our lease, and we're thinking about, I've been thinking about what I can do. I think we may be moving to one car. I know Diana's she's upset about that. Honey, I can't help it. I know. I'm just trying to think of our own habits, our own usage, and costs, and cars are not cheap at all. And I'm a fan of
baby.
For the baby's coming. We don't have 1,000 patrons yet, hun. People aren't watching enough YouTube videos, hun. So you think things are going this way and that way? No, I'm serious, and we've had this conversation. We may be moving to a single vehicle as a single vehicle family at some point next year. So anyway, Tesla I think is making the right move. I'm a big fan of technology in the car, especially when it's usable and workable technology in the car, not just kludges. Like I've got a system in the car right now, and it works. It's Bluetoothy. As long as it's got Bluetooth, I'm happy. Like 9 out of 10 things that I need are handled well enough by Bluetooth. There's a bit of a lag and a delay. I'd be happy in carrying around iOS devices to have iOS in the car. CarPlay is what they call it. Oh, I had a good thought. How long do you think it's going to be? I'm making another really bad segue here. This is just a random Pirillo thought. How long do you think it's going to be before, instead of Apple marketing iOS and Apple marketing OS X Yosemite, separately? Like, OS X has a name, Yosemite, but iOS still has a number. At what point is it just, Apple, is the operating system or the platform called just one word? Like, imagine if that one word was Slimer, okay? So iOS 9 or OS X 11, it'd be called Slimer. So it's just one name. No matter how you're using the operating system, whether you're using it mobile or on the desktop, you're using the same version. Because this is where they're going with continuity, right? It's having a different experience. It's a cohesive experience no matter how you're using it. But if you think about it, OS X Mavericks, OS X Mavericks, iOS 7. OS X Yosemite, iOS 8. There's some incongruence there, and I think it's just a matter of time before we hear about OS X Slimer and iOS Slimer. So that there's some separation, and then eventually it'll just be Slimer, or something like that. I'm just throwing that out. I hope to God they don't call their next operating system Slimer. But I just wonder, when are those two things, the naming conventions, going to converge? I think they're on the right path. I think getting rid of version numbers is exactly what they need to do, and I think they're on the right path there. But has anybody else thought of that? Really? I should probably blog it so that no one else could pay attention.
That's a good idea.
Except for the bloggers. Bloggers pay attention to blogs, but that's it.
And me.
And you. But I just have to make sure that they see what the hell it is that was blogged. Anyway. Interesting bit of, I thought, information that came to me in a dream last night.
Oh, really?
No, it was before the dream. Oh, I'm going to dream about that. Had a dream about battle droids.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did, from Star Wars. That's really what I dreamt about. It was a little...
I had a dream about chickens.
Really?
And they were trying to sell us property.
Chickens were trying to sell us property. Mm-hmm. And how'd that work out?
We found out they were frauds, so...
Chickens who sell property, or try to sell property, are frauds?
Mm-hmm.
You're kidding me.
No.
Anything else?
No.
That was the most interesting part of your dream?
Mm-hmm.
Anything happen up the hill?
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-huh. I had a dream that all the houses were gone. In front of us.
Okay.
Or behind us. And we didn't know what happened. Almost looked like a landslide, but... And then I had a dream that they told us that the baby was a girl.
But we don't know.
Yeah.
Could be a boy.
It was
or a girl.
Dream.
Still a dream. But you've also had dreams that it was a boy.
Yeah.
Your mother said it's a boy. No, it's a girl. No, it's a boy. No, it's a girl.
Yeah, I've had dreams that it's a boy, too.
Or a boy one.
Mm-hmm.
Just one. We're just having one child right now.
And then I had a dream we had a baby tiger. Remember?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. That's probably the scariest, because I tell you what, you give birth to a tiger. If you give birth to a tiger, this is over.
Yeah.
Just so you know. I'm done.
Ew.
Well, you're the one who has. I do not have any tiger blood in me. Some people have wanted me to talk about gadgets, and that's okay. I'm fine in talking about gadgets. I just posted. Well, I didn't post. I've been working with John Prosser, and we worked on a video series we're working on right now with Verizon called Device Advice. And so I talked about the Samsung Galaxy S5 on YouTube in Verizon's YouTube channel. That video has been posted talking about the Samsung Galaxy S5. There you go. I'm making as many people happy as I possibly can, but that's being specifically done in conjunction with Verizon. They're basically making sure that I can do that for them, and I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to work for other people, especially with a great partner like Verizon. Facebook has changed how they track your behavior. Now they're going to be using data that's not just on Facebook, but also off Facebook. So let's say you're surfing around and you search for Ghostbuster stuff. Well, you're using an app on your phone, you search for Ghostbuster stuff, and then all of a sudden in Facebook, you're seeing Ghostbusters ads. How'd that work? Well, Facebook's tracking things differently. Now, if you don't like that, there may be a way you can opt out through Facebook. And I stumbled upon this other service where you can opt out of something called behavioral advertising in one click from all of these advertising verticals. I got that link for you in the video description. About Ads is the name of the service. Although it's a huge long URL that I'm not just going to regurgitate here. If you want to opt out of behavioral tracking, you can. One click, the link's right there. I'm not. See, this is what I think what separates me from a lot of people. A lot of people out there don't like ads. I don't mind them. If they're not invasive, if they're not intrusive, and if what I want is on the other side of an ad, I know that in order to get the thing that I want, I got to put up with an ad if I'm not paying anything. So I don't mind when ads track me. I know some people don't like that, but I don't mind. There's times that, I'll go into a shopping cart to buy something and then forget about it. Well, then sometimes the ad will pop up again and like, hey, you were going to buy this. I'm like, oh, that's right. The thing where it gets stupid is when I actually have purchased something and then it keeps trying to advertise the thing that I purchased. I'm like, you're just wasting your money, dude, because I already got the thing. Why would I want a new thing? I've already got the thing. I can't have two of the same things. Unless we're talking about Lego bricks, in which case I can't have enough of those. Still have the balloon guy set. Small set. Haven't put it together. Will not be doing a video on that because it's just not going to be a big deal. But I will be doing a video on the Lego Minecraft, the end set with micro mobs, which I guess I'm not supposed to stare at. They said not to stare at these things. Oh. I don't know. I'm not a Minecrafter, so. Speaking of, they Notch ended up updating by way of Twitter. Says, hey, we haven't updated our EULA. I don't know what everyone's freaking out about. It's just that they're enforcing it, and they're going to be adding clarification in terms of how you can generate revenue from your own Minecraft server. So hopefully that kerfuffle is, it's gone. It's now dissipated. I also uploaded another. Well, okay. I can't say I uploaded. I recorded another video for Scotty Vest. They wanted to know what I keep in my pocket, and. Is that your Scotty vest?
Yeah.
Diana, here, hon, show him your Scotty vest. Okay. You guys get to see Diana on camera. I hope you guys are happy. You should be, because it's Diana. And Diana is way more popular than me. Diana is wearing a Scotty vest that I could probably wear, but I think it's really made for women. If you have a lot of gadgets that you carry around, here, let's show them why this is cool. Number one, it's lightweight. Number two, pockets. And she's not someone who really has a lot of pockets, so it's stylish. Yeah. She could carry an iPad in there if she wanted to.
And then here, there's a zipper pocket, so you can carry cash or your phone. You
could geek out without necessarily looking like a geek.
So it's a pocket within a pocket.
That's just nuts.
Mm-hmm. And it's really lightweight.
See, I like that.
Me too.
But it just wouldn't work on me. I think it's more for a female.
You sure you want to try it on?
No, I'm confident, hon. It's definitely kind of
It keeps the baby drapey. Warm and comfy. It's really comfortable. Look.
This is going to be her new house coat.
Yeah.
From Scotty Vest. There you go. Thank you, hon. Another little product view for today. I said it again. I have a video in Scotty Vest's YouTube channel. Linked it in the video description in case you want to know what's in my pocket. Wicket. is also a part of that video. Via patron Earl Green, Dell is reinventing itself. This shouldn't come to a shock to anybody, but the PC market's pretty much, I mean, it's still there, but it's a shadow of its former self. And, with an entity like Dell, a huge entity, they've got to figure out how they're going to stick around for the long haul. And so Michael Dell is, making certain command decisions. They're driving deeper into enterprise, but he's also, and this is where, if I was Dell, and I'm not, obviously, I would be pushing into the Internet of Things, enabling those experiences. I think the idea of smart homes and smarter objects and smarter things around us, I think that to me is far more fascinating when it becomes usable and worth getting, and it's not just one device in an array of multiple devices, but one device that interoperates in a clean and effective manner with other devices. And I think Dell would have the possibility of empowering those type of ecosystems. So he found this, it was basically kind of like an interview done on a website. You have to read, but it was really, I think, Dell is moving in the right direction, if you were to ask me, and some people have not. No one, I think, has asked me, hey, Chris, if you were Michael Dell, what would you do? That's how I would answer that particular question. Thank you, patron Earl Green, or just Earl Green. Earl Green, he's a good guy. He sends me emails pretty regularly when he finds something that is of interest. I have a fondness for people out there who help me share things, because I can't see it all. Lewis Holland, another patron, has sent his rig, or his setup there, where he's at. Let me go ahead and try to turn down the brightness so you can see that a little better. There's Lewis's setup. Very clean, very simple. Looks like an iMac. I like that. See, it's just, that's clean. I like the way that looks. Nothing messy. I like not messy setups. Diana, why are you casting a...
No, it's nice.
Oh, yeah, I thought so, too. He's a patron. Dave Cryer is also a patron. Do you guys know Geekanoids? He produces YouTube videos, fantastic YouTube videos. He's someone that I would love to be able to bring him into my team, too, but, it takes money to, bring in people who do amazing and wonderful things. Well, I'm giving patrons the ability to send me photos of their setups, their rigs, their desks, and you may have seen Dave's setup, but if not, look at that. See, that's clean, too.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. I like, the light bar, too, behind it. I've got light bars, but I haven't installed them here because I've been waiting possibly to get a new Mac or a new Mac Pro. But there's another angle of his setup. Oh, is that... Okay, it's a VW bug. I'm sorry, I was zoomed in, or I wasn't zoomed in. Yeah, it's the Lego VW bug. All right. Yeah, it's cool. And it looks like he's got soundproofing all around the room. He did that a lot like Jerry did, Barnacle Nerdgasm. It's trying to download the third image there, but that one doesn't seem to be coming in. So you should subscribe to Dave if you have not already. Here from George Barrett, this is, wow, okay. George, I think, wins today's geekiest setup because he's got 3 monitors and Doctor Who on each monitor. Wait, yeah, Doctor Who. Is that all 3? Wait, which Doctor Who is that? Which one's that one? Oh, yeah. Remember that episode, hon?
Yeah.
No, you don't. It was a trick question.
Oh.
So thank you for sending in your rig photos, patrons out there. I really do appreciate it. I hope to highlight them in a better way as we kind of roll forward. But as I said earlier, it's just kind of me and Diana's helping as much as she can when we do these live broadcasts. Despite there being a big issue with Apple's App Store this morning, I don't know if you ran into problems, trying to get anything to load, because that apparently they were having issues. YouTube having issues with my videos, everybody having issues with Apple's App Store. It should be loading just fine now. This week's free app is Read Quick, so if you want a speed reader for iOS, you should get that right now. Get a free paid app a week on Apple's App Store. If you want to earn more free paid apps, you can with the links in this video's description. I use go.tagjag.com/free apps, go.tagjag.com/free points. You might as well. You got an internet connection, use it to make things and make things for yourself. Skype was also updated for iOS. Had issues trying to update it initially, but I gotta tell you, Skype on iOS is sexy. And I don't say that very often about apps. I don't use Skype all that often. I don't think I'm going to be using Skype all that often. I just don't. It's not the cleanest, easiest, simplest way to communicate. with the people that I communicate with most at this stage. I'm a Facebook user in that sense, although I'm not thrilled with the way I can't get to Facebook group chat for the desktop. But Skype is you got, if you have iOS, you got to take a look at the refresh they did with this app. I mean, it is just the screenshots unfortunately just do not do it justice. It is so sexy. I wish more apps could be designed like that. And I'm not gonna violate anybody's privacy by showing you my Skype stuff, but it is it's certainly something they should have done years ago. And I'll just leave it there. Fantastic update. I hope to see the same update on OS 10 and rolling out to other platforms as well. And maybe more and more people will start using Skype again, although I think a lot of them have kind of moved on from now. I'm going to be uploading next week's OMG video to the patrons. They'll get an exclusive sneak peek. John finally processed it. We're going to be uploading them every Monday. TGIF goes out tomorrow. Did I upload the TGIF already? The Star Wars? Yes, I did. How to Get Started with Star Wars has already been a preview for patrons. That'll get uploaded tomorrow. Monday is everybody will get to see OMG, but if you're a patron, I'll be posting a preview of OMG for you later on today. So, let me make sure, is everything going well here in the comments? Yes.
What about the Harrison Ford story?
Harrison Ford. Oh, thank you, hon. I'm not much on celebrity gossip, but I did want to mention this. Breaking! Harrison Ford's ankle. Apparently, on the set of Star Wars Episode 7, the Millennium Falcon door dropped on his ankle. Now, if it was me, I'd be trying to make lemonade out of lemons. If he's incapacitated and still needs to fulfill his role, what they could do is figure out like a flying chair of sorts and move him around or whatever and rewrite the script. Because he may have that's not going to be something that he's going to recover from very easily.
No.
Ouch. Yikes. Oops.
He is at the local hospital.
Yeah, that's not good. So you guys take care of him over there in near Pinewood Studios, the hospital, wherever they've taken Harrison Ford. Let's make sure Episode 7 happens, okay? Please.
What if you were a worker there?
I'd be asking for his autograph. I'd say, could I autograph your cast? No, I don't know what I'd do.
Everyone's trying to peek.
So, yes, Harrison Ford has broken his ankle. Someone had a little thing. Mrs. Hang on, let me see if I get this. Mrs. Cornick, who's commenting here, watching the live video feed, says, new series, Pirillo thoughts. I actually have some thoughts on that. So there are things that I might talk about in video, but things that I just don't really work in video, but work in writing, like if I could just write down the thoughts. And I've thought about doing that. I don't know if I do it just for patrons or figuring out maybe I launch another Patreon campaign, because let me explain. The Patreon campaign we have right now is for video stuff. By and large, the stuff we do with video. I almost want to launch a separate Patreon campaign just for writing, because there's some people who just don't care about the writing. And there are people who do care about the writing but not the video. And there are people who care about the video and not the writing. And I want to make sure I address both audiences effectively. So I've thought about launching just one based on my written thoughts. A separate Patreon campaign just for writing. Instead of just video stuff that I do, more just the writing stuff. So that way I can kind of make both people happy. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And it would be like a blog post a day of my thoughts, just exclusive to those patrons. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, I'd poll people and ask, what they want, but ultimately you can't make everybody happy, and it's difficult to do everything for everybody all the time. It's just that I'm trying to better segment what you want most from me. Is it video? Is it writing? Is it thoughts? And of course, they all get, everything gets tossed back and forth within the same universe. But, there's only so much I'm going to be able to do for everybody. And so I've thought about doing the written word on a separate campaign. I've thought about doing my written word in the same campaign just for a certain level of patrons and higher. So I'm looking for feedback on that. And, ultimately, I'm going to have to make a decision because I really want to start writing some of my thoughts that I can't necessarily produce in video. And you may have time to read a short little, thought piece, but not necessarily have much time to watch video. And I want to make sure I try to accommodate as many people as possible. Matt Bodell is editing JavaScript while watching. It's not good. Well, I'm sorry. I wish I could help, but I'm not a developer. I only have ideas of what people can do with JavaScript. So we've now reached the end of a half hour, and thank you for watching this deeply into the video. It means a lot to me at a deep level. Space Monkey Designs made this for me. It's a custom wooden Darth Vader. Space Monkey Designs. I already posted a photo of this on Google Plus and Instagram and teased it out throughout social. The detail on this is just phenomenal. To me, it's breathtaking.
And it smells good.
It smells like wood, hun. I think I just got a contact high.
Like fresh wood.
Well, it is fresh wood. This is all custom crafted Darth Vader. He even has a cape back here. Now, I realize that my video is kind of dark, so I'm trying to angle it so that you can see the reflection. He's got a cape. Handmade, handcrafted, hand painted, hand everything. And, see this base? It's a magnetic base. Isn't that kind of cool? I love that. I hate to say it, that's like one of my favorite parts of this Darth Vader. The lightsaber does come out. You can remove the lightsaber, which I'm not going to do at this point. And, of course, the head turns, and he's got points of articulation for this art. Really, I love original artwork, especially if it's something that means a lot to me, and Darth Vader means a lot to me for one reason or another. And so I'm happy that Space Monkey Designs crafted this. I met him at Seattle Comic-Con. He had a Boba Fett. I'm like, whoa, do you have a Darth Vader? He's like, no, but I can make one. I'm like, cool, keep me posted. And there it is. So cool. Oh, better be careful. I don't want his head to fall off. That didn't happen in the movies. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks again for remembering to like, share, comment, subscribe. Hopefully, you're able to watch the videos, become a patron if you can. Watch more of our videos right now, again, if you can. I'm going to go ahead and close out this video and in another half hour stream the next live video today. And I'm going to answer the question asked by Adam Toms, a patron. What would you do to revolutionize mobile tech? What would I do? I'm going to have to answer that question live on YouTube in a half hour. Hopefully everyone enjoys that video, and hopefully you enjoyed your time with me today. At this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. We'll see you later.